That's right. That's right. I'm back. I'm back. I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say? I want to get punished by Microsoft again. Let's see if things will be different tonight. If you tuned into last night's episode of the Airplane Show, I quickly had to delete it because we could not fly anything. I kept on getting this message on the screen here when I tried to load an airport saying that we were offline, and we were online the whole time, and it was a bunch of bullshit. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, all my fine aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome back to the best damn airplane show you ever gonna see on this Thursday night. My name is Greg. I'm a pseudo piloto on the interwebs, and we gonna get this here plane going. We not flying that plane tonight. But yeah, last night I tried to do this flight and I could not get into it. The message kept on saying load the map offline. Well, this whole thing is downloaded. I mean, like, I got like 400 gigabytes of data downloaded to this Xbox for this damn thing, and it would not let me fly last night. It was treating me very unfair. It was treating me like an ex-boyfriend, and I did not appreciate that last night. It did not treat me like it cared about me. All right, so we got this King Air 350. So we're gonna fly from Paro to Kathmandu. We're gonna see if we can do this nice RNAV landing. I really like this livery on here. This thing is cool. It looks like a race car. I think that thing is cool as shit. So, and it's got my initials on it, GSK. That's right. All right. So this is your first time here, welcome. I certainly do appreciate anybody, checking out these here videos. There's a lot of things you could be checking out. So you spending a little bit of time with me, I certainly appreciate. Whether you here for the whole episode or you just checking out and then dipping out, I certainly appreciate any time you spend here. But if you're going to spend some time here, before you leave, at least click the thumbs up. At least click the subscribe button. That way I know what I'm doing is good. All right, let's see here. So we got Paro here. So we're going to be, let's see here, ramp 17. We'll do ramp 17. We tried that ramp last night. It wouldn't let us on. So we're going to fly from here to here. No, I'm lying. I don't even know where the airport is. It's around here somewhere, the airport. What is it? VNKT? Yeah, this is the airport right here. Mount Everest is right, yeah. So we can't really fly. I mean, we could probably fly near it. Maybe we'll set a waypoint. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can get up close to it. All right, let's go ahead and let's make sure our flight conditions are... Yep, live, AI. All right, that's all good there. Let's cross our fingers. All right, we're in it. We're in it to win it tonight, boy. That's right. Yeah, last night was really upsetting, man. I had a bunch of people that were on, like, trying to watch, and like I just cannot get past that screen, man. And it's like, most of the time when I had these issues, it's got nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's everything to do with Microsoft. I did reset my modem today, which I don't know if that helped or not, but, So we'll see. I like I said, I don't know if that helped or not, but I did it anyways. All right, let's go ahead. Look at this plane, man. This plane is good looking. I'm telling you, man, look just like a little race car. Look at this cute little airport, man. This cool thing is cool as shit. I mean, it's in between Asia and India, which kind of explains like the Asian influence. This thing is pretty cool looking, man. I like this airport. I believe runway 15 is over yonder. All right, let's go ahead. Now, we don't really need the checklist, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways, just because I like having the co-pilot talking, because it just puts me right where I needs to be. So let's go ahead and... Actually, is there a ground power button here? Let me see something here. Oh, we do have external power. All right, let's get... I guess we'll turn on the ATC so we can get ground power. If we need it. All right, let's get the checklist up. Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Power levers. Idle. Prop RPM levers. Max RPM. Condition levers. Fuel cutoff. Battery switch. On.
All right. Now let's get connected. See if we can get ground power here. Yep, power supply. That way I can turn on the avionics now. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the ground power. And let's turn on the avionics master. Now I want to program everything in. All right, can't do anything with these buttons here. All right, let's go ahead and turn on some lights.
TAWS system test. Okay.
All right, let's turn this off for now. Let's get I don't think these buttons work. Probably not. All right, where are the buttons to do the flight plan? All right, nav. Unless they're touch. Oh no, I know this part is touchscreen here. Where is where you input the flight plan at? All right, well let's put our strobe lights on. At least we can find that. So it seems like the only button you can use down here is the menu button. That's stupid. Oh well. Like, how do you zoom? Where's the thing to zoom in and out, though? You know, like to change the active stuff down here. Is that the knob? If that's the knob, I'm not flying this plane. All right, that's Barrow. None of these motherfuckers work. I remember this plane being really stupid in what's it called? Um, X-plane too. Yeah, like how do I go from map to procedure? There's supposed to be a button you can turn, like in every airplane. Oh well, fuck it, we'll be okay. Let's just go ahead, add origin, VQPR. Like I'm pretty good with buttons in almost every airplane. I think that's real stupid. Like if they don't have a way to turn like the pages here. I mean like how do you scroll down? Guess you just drag that. All right, add destination, VNKT. I feel like such a noob right now. All right, VNKT. VNKT. All right, so let's add. Oh, not that. All right, cancel this. All right, procedures, departure, runway. It's not going to let me choose a runway? All right, fine. All right, well, let's see if it'll let me do an arrival. We'll do the approach first. And we are doing RNAV Z02. RNAV Z transition is Ratan. All right, it's letting me do that. That's good. All right, the arrival is KMTI2R. KMTI2R. And the transition is Kimti. All right, so let's load this. Now let's go back to the flight plan. Let's add a waypoint in. So it looks like we are doing Pro. All right, so PRO. G348. So we gotta. Nope. We gotta go down a little bit. Insert. It's not going to let me put a airway in. All right, fine. Tumley. All right, Lee. All right, let's see if we can. Yeah, it's not giving me the option to put in an airway. Hmm. I don't know, man. Maybe we should choose a different plane. Like, I can't even input the right flight plan in here. Yeah, let's do a different plane. Fuck this plane. This plane's no wonder I don't use this plane, man. That plane's broken as fuck. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna do another prop plane. All right, my hangar. So this one can go to 35,000 feet. Is there? Let's see. What does a DA-62 go to? All right, that goes to 20,000 feet. I don't know if that'll be high enough for us. All right, we'll just do the TBM. Fuck them. I like this plane better anyways, actually. All right, let's change the livery. We'll do this here, black one. Hopefully the screens won't knock out. Sometimes the screens turn off in this airplane, so we'll see what happens. All right, much better. This plane actually has instruments you can use. All right, inside inspection first. Let's do evaluation.
EXT lights. Off.
Yep.
INT lights. Off. Crash lever. Down. Starter. Off. Ignition. Auto. AUX boost PMP. Off. Fuel SCL. Man. AP/trims. Off. De-ice system. All off. Inert SEP. Off. Park brake. On. Landing gear lever. DN. Bleed. Off. Throttle. Cut off. Fuel tank selector. Open in L or R.
All right, very good. Let's go more evaluation. So crash lever needs to go up now.
Crash lever. Up. Source. BAT or GPU. Generator. Main. De-ice system lights. Test. Landing gear lights / check down.
Can I do both of these?
Test. Fuel on board.
Yep.
Check.
All right, let's go ahead and get our pages set up here before, hopefully these screens won't kick off. Sometimes they do, and I don't like that. So we got PFD there. Let's switch this to the MFD. full screen, and let's go ahead and go to flight plan. All right, add origin is Paro. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that Beechcraft, but like in X-Plane, that thing is a pain in the ass too. Like I know in X-Plane, you got to go all the way down to that middle console to change anything. It's oh, Paro's not R. It's V. Oops, VQ PR. All right, and VNKT. That's a shame because I really like the way that Beechcraft looks, but you just can't fly it. All right, add waypoint is PRO. All right, now let's add an airway like we were supposed to do in the last plane. And we're going to Tumley, load. And then from Tumley, we are going right to our procedure. So, all right, procedure, departure is, all right, so that's all right. We still can't put that in there. And approach is RNAV Z. That's interesting. All right, let's do the arrival first then, I guess. All right, we got Kim T R1, Kim T2R, runway 2. All right, very good. Let's load that. And let's go to procedure and let's do our approach and see if we can do an RNAV now. No, it still doesn't have that in there. Give me a second. Let me look at these two approaches here. Oh, you know, we could probably look it up on the screen, actually. Now, let's see here first. Hang on. All right, localizer 2. All right, that one's okay. And let's go back and look at the VOR DME2. Those are probably going to be about the same. All right, we'll do this one. All right, let me plug that in so I can find out what the minimums are. And the minimum is 630. So let's plug in the minimum. All right, let's enter that in. Let's load this. All right, our flight plan is all set now. And what is our cruising altitude actually in this flight here? Let's see here. Cruising altitude according to the OFP is 26,000 feet. So let's plug that in here. We'll do flight level 260. Enter. All right, very good. That's done. Let's go to the fuels and weight section. So, all right, fuel is 1628. So let's make sure we got that in here. Oh, that's liters. Duh. Alright, well, if we have to refuel, I guess we'll refuel then. Unless this is not in kilograms in the OFP, which it could be, I don't know. Alright. We'll leave this, like, fuck it, we'll just put 100% in. We're still under the max takeoff weight. If we need to adjust it later, we'll adjust it later. Alright, let's go here, let's go home. Let's go to traffic, procedures, let's go to PFD. Alright, we got FMS, let's put this in for there. Let's go back here. And let's go to, we got flight plans, we got procedure. All right, speed bugs, let's turn all those on. Now, I could have sworn there was a performance page here somewhere, which had like the flap speeds and, all right, minimums, speed bugs. No, it's none of this. It is procedure. No. Weather, traffic, flight plan. Nope, that's not it. Aircraft systems. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do 5 passengers. All right, fuel on board, how many gallons is... Oh shit, I don't know how many gallons we have. I don't know how to convert that. All right, weight and fuel. Well, let me see if I can change. Oh, let me see if I can sync this here. All right, max takeoff weight is exceeded. All right, let's go here then, and let's just change the fuel. Let's just put it back at like 50, like it was before. All right, now let's sync this. All right, there we go. That's all good. All right, that's good now. Nearest utilities. Let's make sure our satellites are good. Oh, we can't get in there, so that's okay. Avionics. Units. Okay, that's all good. I could have sworn there used to be a performance page here where it gave us like our flap settings and all that stuff, but I mean, unless I'm getting it confused with a different plane, which it's possible. All right, well, fuck it, we're good. All right, let's go back to map, and let's go here, and we can put on weather. All right, weather looks okay. All right, let's go back to full screen. All right, let's continue with the setup of the airplane now. Now that we got our flight plan all set. All right, let's start these bad boys up. Actually, should I back up first? You know what? I don't need to back up. Well, I guess I should back up. That'd be the right thing to do. Let's get our ATC and have them back us up. All right, tune, push back. Yep. Push eat me ho to the left. I probably could have just like went straight and then just cut the wheel, but I don't know if interacting with the wing hitting that truck, if that would do anything. The people, I know it'll go right through the people. All right, that's good. Thank you. All right, now let's get everything started up. Let's put the brake back on. And now let's get our plane juiced up, fired up.
Ignition. Auto. AUX boost PMP. On. Propeller area. Clear. Starter.
You just need to push it up. It does the
On 2 seconds.
2 seconds automatically.
Throttle.
Man, let's do this again. There we go.
Set LO idle winning 13%. ITT. Max 870 degrees for 20 seconds / 1000 degrees for 5 seconds. Ing. 30% before 30 seconds / 50% before 1 minute. Oil press / temp. Check. Automatic starter. Off winning 52% plus or minus 2%. 1 minute max.
All right, let's continue our evaluation.
Oil press / temp. Check. AUX boost PMP. Auto. Fuel SEL. Auto. Fuel SEL shift button. Test. AP / trims. On. Generator. Main. Bleed. Auto or max diff. Inert SEP. On. Flight controls. Check. Flaps. Up. Throttle.
This feathering always gets me. Like, I'm not really sure how to feather it. Did I just cut the engine off? I sure did. Damn it. All right, we're just gonna auto-complete that bitch. I don't know how to do that.
Feather twice. Taxi lights. On. Park brake. Off.
All right, let's finish getting the cockpit ready. So we got strobe, nav. Let's put our lights on. All right, we got to put the and that on. All right, our trim needs to go up a little bit here. Let's put our trim up a little bit. Oh, we got to go down actually. All right, now we're in the green. You can just hold the right, well, with the controller setup I have, you can just hold the oh, my controller's acting a little weird. Hold on a second. That's weird, and motherfucker's just flashing. Let me take the battery out and put it back in. All right, there we go. Yeah, to do the trim manually with the setup I have, you just need to hold the right bumper and move up or down on the right thumbstick. All right, so we're good for taxiing. Let me plug our altitude in actually at 26,000 feet. And what's our transition altitude actually? 15,000 feet. All right, let's turn the ATC off. We don't need them anymore. We can click this button. Let's set flight director. Let's set nav. And 124 looks like that's a good speed for us to climb at. So let's set that to 124. I believe that's what VY is. That's the best like speed for the climbing. All right, so we are good. Let's go ahead and get to the runway. Yeah, I wish I knew how to feather the airplane. That would be cool. I guess I could learn. All right, before line up. All right. There's a pretty cool livery on this plane too, man. I like this thing. I'm really upset about that Beechcraft still. I don't know why the buttons didn't show up. I don't think you're really able to do a whole lot in that airplane, to be honest, because that middle console is where you're supposed to operate the screens from. That's how it is in X-Plane. And it's the same exact plane that's in X-Plane. For some reason, The only button you can push down there is the menu button, and that doesn't do dick. All it does is just bring up the first screen of the menu. After that, you can't do anything. Couldn't even enter our flight plan in. Now, why is that our? That's not torque. What? There we go. Whoa. Jesus, bitch. Slow the fuck down. Jesus Christ. I just tapped A for 1 second and like it was almost like getting ready to take off. No, we don't want reversers on. Jesus Christ. Whoa, bitch. Slow down. Slow down, bitch. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm having some real issues, man. Come on, man. I'm giving you juice. Let's go. That's so stupid. You got to do like takeoff speed to get moving. Skirt, man. Look at that turning radius. All right, let's go ahead and put our parking brake on. Let's complete this page here. I do like using this evaluation.
Brake. On. Landing lights.
I got you, co-pilot.
On. Navigation lights. On. Strobe lights. On. Ignition, auto or on. As required. AUX boost PMP. Auto. Fuel SCL. Auto. De-ice system. As required. PTOL/PTOR install HTR. On. Inert SEP. On. Trims.
All right, where's the rudder at? Let's nose up. Where's the rudder control? All right, well, let's see what the command is for rudder control. No, we're not using a keyboard.
Two. Flaps.
What? That's bullshit.
Auto or max diff. Altimeter setting.
All right, altimeters are 1032 right now.
Set/check. Alt cell.
That's bull. I got something I want to say real quick, man.
XPDR squawk.
Hang on, let me do this real quick. All right, that's good.
Set.
Takeoff should be in the green, right? That's where I had it, man. That's All right, we don't need to do any of that stuff. Let's see here. After takeoff, flaps up, de-ice. All right, inertial inertial separator. We'll leave that on as long as it's cold enough. Altimeters, autopilot, de-ice, autopilot, landing off, initial separator. All right. Inertial, whatever it's called. All right, what is PRO? Is blue. That is 108.4. So let's set that. Let's do 108.4. 40. And let's transfer that. That'll be our active frequency. And then after that, we can do BGD. And that is 115.2. All right, we'll enter that. That'll be our secondary. All right, let's leave this here. All right, let's take off. Probably wouldn't be such a rough go of it getting started sometimes in these planes if I spent more time practicing in them. But I don't. I spend so much time flying the jetliners, you know, the huge planes, that I don't really spend enough time in these planes to really, you know, get acquainted with a lot of the equipment, and probably as much as I should. That's kind of why it's a little rough here in the beginning. You put me in the A310, or let's put our flaps up. You put me in the A310 or the 737 or any of those jets, man, I'm golden. Like, I know those like the back of my hand. But you put me in these kind of planes, it takes a little bit of a. All right. We'll lower our throttle a bit. Not that much, bitch. Jesus Christ. All I did was hit the back. All I did was hit the lower the throttle button. All I did was hit it like twice, and it put us all the way down. Jesus Christ. All right, we can go ahead and turn the landing lights off. But you know, I don't claim to know everything about these planes. You know, you've never once heard me say that I know everything and you know and all that. So I mean, I kind of learn as I go. But you know, we can do it together, I guess, right? All right, now let's lower you down just a little bit. All right, let's. Actually, we'll have this one as the PFD. We'll have that one as the PFD and this one as the MFD. But yeah, you never once hear me say, you know, I'm the best. I know everything about these planes. I learn as I go. A lot of these planes, however, are very similar with how they function. You know, like with the Garmin systems and all that, but so a lot of these planes have their own little quirks and it's interesting that I can't do the RNAV landing. I've been actually kind of studying it like the last day, like getting ready for this flight, but Jesus, why is it stuttering so much? Leave the relative terrain on. Let's get rid of the map detail as well. Let's get rid of that, because sometimes that can make these screens go kind of wonky. All right, let's set standard pressure. And is this the barometer? Yep. What's going on here? Yeah, who said you needed to stop there? Surely wasn't me. All right, let's go to nav. Let's go here. All right, we can now switch these now. .115.2, and what is our landing tonight is 113.2. Huh, it's conveniently already in nav too. Hmm. Alright, 113.2. Let's go back to PFD. And we might as well set our course while we're... Oh, you know, maybe we'll wait until... I think we'll wait. Wow, that is windy, Jesus. Alright, let's see if we can set the wind. Alright, connect radar. Oh, no, I don't want that. I want the relative. I like knowing how high above the ground we are. Alright, north, up, above, wind vector, aviation. That's our sensor. Alright, let's go here. EFD map settings. Let's lower this all the way down. I want to see if I can change this wind. Usually the button's right up here for wind. Here we go. Option 1, I believe, is the option I want. Yep, heading and crosswind. All right, once we level off, I'm gonna switch the heading mode and then put our course in, which is 22. Man, I had that new, well, it's not a new, but McDonald's brought out the McRib again. Man, they did a good job with that sandwich this year, boy. That sandwich, fucking awesome. There's some years in the past where it's been really shitty, but, excuse me, that bitch was real good tonight. All right, we're at our altitude. Let's go ahead and sync up our heading. That is synced. Let's put ourselves in heading mode. Let's switch you to that, and let's put our course as 22. And we might as well make you 22 also. Ah, you're already 22. Very good. All right, let's go here and put you back to FMS. And let's click the nav button again. All right, we got 32 minutes to the top of descent, so we got a little bit of time. You know, usually I'd be trying to fast forward, but being that we're flying over a part of the world that I am not very familiar with, I think I'm just going to leave this on. Let me find out how close we're going to be to... Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be that close to... what's it called? To Mount Everest, unfortunately. Yeah. We might be able to see it from a distance, though. Once we get to Kimti, it should be off to our right. Yeah, there's no fuel to mess around with or leaning out anything. The only thing we got to do every once in a while is just switch our fuel, you know, from right to left. All right, there's Subzoo. So we're getting ready to get to BGD after that, and then we're gonna make a big old turn to the right. Now it's negative 26 outside, so I think we can turn off the inertial separator and all of the anti-ice, being that it's so far below freezing point. All right, so cruise. Yep, that's all good. And let's see here, before descent, altimeter is de-ice, initial separator, approach, altimeter set, yep, landing lights below 10,000 feet, short final landing gear down, yep, disconnect, okay, very good. I think this plane's really cool the way it's got like those exhaust pipes like on the side of it there. And it's got like that little like air intake on the bottom. It's probably I think this might be my favorite propeller plane in the game. I mean, I really like the Diamond Air 62 a lot. But, I mean, it's crazy that a single propeller plane can, you know, get up to 30,000 feet in the air. I mean, that's just wild. Let's see what part of the world we are over right now, according to... Is it going to give me any... Nope. Now, there's Mount Everest right there. I think them people that climb Mount Everest, man, them motherfuckers are crazy. It's awesome that they do it, but crazy. And they spend weeks, you know, just hiking to like the base camp, and then you got to spend like a week or two, like at each different altitude, so you can get climatized. I'm so out of shape, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it off the bus. Now, I'd like to think that that is not Mount Everest over to the right there, but I don't know for sure. I mean, this is not a very long flight, so that very well could be Mount Everest right over there. Because we're getting ready to make a big turn to the right and start heading, like, down that way. So that very well could be that all off to the right there. Went back to work yesterday. Work was very good. Was able to help the family get covered and protected. It's always important. Damn, we got another 21 miles. Good lord. 27 miles. Wow, 49 degrees. 49. Is that 49 knots? Like of headwind? That is crazy. No wonder we're not going that fast. Man, these seats look comfortable as hell, man. Is there no bathroom on this plane? Man, how do you have a plane without a bathroom? I guess you just pee in a cup. Pee in a paper bag. Forza Motorsport came out with this week. They came out with a new racing series in the new game, and like it's got like you get a week at each level. The cars that they got this week, man. I got this 2013 Aston Martin Vantage S. That thing fucking hauls ass, and it sounds awesome. Sound is awesome, and that fucker hauls ass, man. It is great. Close the door. Don't be like Homelander. Close the door. I got that. Got your gas mask here, so when you start falling out of the sky, you get some nitrous, that way you won't feel a thing. It's not oxygen in those masks, you got nitrous oxide. Alright, we got 17 minutes to top of our descent. Let's make sure that they got the VNAV set up properly. We'll leave it defaulted for 1.5. What do I know? Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Hey, I knew something was going to happen with Microsoft tonight. Jesus Christ. Did it just cancel out the whole thing? Hang on, let me pause. Did it just cancel our whole flight plan? Jesus Christ. You gotta be fucking kidding me. What's so bad about pushing this button here? Alright, let's put our flight plan back in. Jesus Christ. Okay, fucking Microsoft. I don't do if anybody watches this and you use, you know, if you're a PC player with this simulator, do you have the same issues? I mean, there are a lot of stupid issues on Xbox. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Like, I expected after 40 years for this company to put out a much better product. All right, Pro Airway is that, and Tumley, and load, and procedure is DME, because we don't have the other one. Guras. This was 630, I believe. You know, I'm not going to touch any more screens. Once I get this loaded, I'm not going to touch a screen unless I have to. That is crazy. All right, procedure. Arrival is... Oops, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. All right, this 2R, runway 2, load. Okay. Are we good now? Can we get back to the flight at hand? All right, how come nav is not kicking on now? Want to tell me that one? None of these buttons are working. Well, I mean, I guess we really don't need them. Give me a second here. I mean, we really don't need them. We can fly this thing manually. All right, nav 1. No, we don't need speed bugs for that. All right, let's back here, and let's do Kimchi. BGD. Flight plan. All right, direct to METOM. Let's see if I can do nav now. Nope. I can't even do heading mode. Alright, well I know how to fix this, I think. So watch this. Let's go to load save. Let's go to save this. Let's call this shit. Shit.1. Come on, bitch. Shit. Dot 1. All right, now let's load the save. See if that fixes it. I'm telling you, man, I've never seen anybody have the kind of issues that I have. Absolutely crazy. Makes me not wanna play it anymore. It's crazy. All right, here we go. All right, let's. Okay, where's the screen here? The fuck is my screen? Yo. Where's the command menu? All right, let's try loading this again. It's not bringing up the the menu up top. All right, well, I guess we will just make the best of our situation here. So let's click on heading. Let's activate heading mode. Let's go ahead and input in our flight plan. Let's add our destination VNKT. Enter procedure. Approach is Garas. We have 6:30. Okay, that is good. And our arrival is this one here, runway 2. All right, load. Okay. All right, direct to Kim T. All right, we're good there. Let's click nav. So that's good, and we need to be at 17,000 feet. Let's make you full screen. All right, so now we have 17 minutes to, and we have a difference in pressure. Auto select. Let's see here. Yep. Let's put the right frequency in. Oh, it's already got it in there, 113.2. Yep. All right, so that's good. All right, let's go back to full screen. And let's see here, over here. We need to set our course again. So let's put this thing in heading mode. Let's switch this to VOR1. Let's put this at 20. Oh, it's already at 22. All right, so that's stored. All right, well, that's good. And let's make you FMS, make you nav1. All right, and let's go back to nav. Let's put the altitude at 17,000. And we'll push the VNav button so it'll start descending when it's supposed to, hopefully. Right, there we go. It's there. Display backup. I'm trying to look for something to fix the pressure in the cabin. I know it's like I'm very hesitant to start playing with the screens again because, I mean, last time I started playing with the screens a lot, they all went blank. I don't think we have access to it because it should be in these like utility screens or like setup screens. No, it's not there. It's not there. All right, well, we'll be okay. That's crazy that these screens, they just, I don't know, maybe they put a lot more um, like time and effort and thought into the jets than they do these prop engine planes, because like the big jets, they're flawless for the most part. But you get into these planes and it's like just these little quirky stupid things that really prevent you from you know enjoying yourself, really. It's crazy. It's crazy that this simulator's been out for 40 years. Microsoft's been out with Xbox for, well, not together, but Xbox has been out for 20 years, maybe just over 20. And we still have screens that don't work, airplanes that we can't push the buttons. I mean, just stupid things. Don't get me wrong, I think what they did with this particular simulator this time around is amazing. The way that they have like Bing Maps and Google Maps or whatever like underneath of us. I mean, like, there's a lot of really good things about this simulator that I enjoy over any other simulator that I've played, but it's these stupid things with these screens that like most airplanes that have these all digital screens blank out at some point. That plane I just bought, those screens barely work. You have to fly it in like a remote area of the world, like here, for those screens to work, with no traffic, like no real ground underneath of us. Like there's a lot of parameters you got to set. Now this plane I know has had issues. I learned that the other day, but still, like, we're not flying from Munich to Rome or New York to Boston. We're not flying in these major hubs where there's tons of traffic and tons of buildings and tons of shit to look at. We're fucking flying over in Nepal and Kathmandu and Mount Everest. Like, this is the TBM 900. I'm sorry, TBM 930 is the plane. I was trying to do the Beechcraft, like it says in the description, but Microsoft doesn't really want people to fly the Beechcraft because there's no buttons. So you have to rewind the video probably about 20 minutes. So I was in the cockpit here, and I clicked on one of these buttons down here. I forget which one I clicked on. Oh, I went into procedure. I'm sorry, hang on. I went into flight plan, and I clicked on this button here, flight plan options, and all the screens went blank. Then they started back up, so they all went black. Then they started up again, and when all the screens started back up again, the whole flight plan was gone. Everything I've done is gone. I couldn't engage the navigation system. I couldn't turn the airplane. So what I did was I paused. I saved the flight, and then reloaded the flight. And I had to do that twice in order to get the navigation controls to work. I did have to input the flight plan again and do a lot of things. Plus, like when you're in this cursor mode in Xbox where you have like this big circle with the dot, usually there's a whole menu bar up top here. Like VFR map and pause and ATC and all that. Well, that doesn't show up now. With this particular, when I loaded it. So yeah, all the screens went completely blank. They all blacked out, and then they started back up again. So I real quick put it in heading mode and came down here, and I didn't enter an origin. I just put the airport we're flying to. I did the approach and the arrival, and then just did direct to the transition to the arrival. So hopefully everything I just said makes sense. But yeah, this plane, the Cirrus Vision Jet G2 I just bought, those screens go black all the time. And yeah, but in that Beechcraft, I got into it, and the only button that worked was this menu button. And other than that, like, you can't. Yeah, hopefully, I mean, if you watch it, you'll see what happens. Like, you know, I think it started like 20 minutes ago, right before we got to the BDG VOR, where we were getting ready to make this turn. But yeah, the Beechcraft, there was no buttons to operate the screen to finish inputting the flight plan. There was no buttons I saw to really engage any part of the flight plan in order to set it. So I was like, you know what, screw it. maybe I'll just do one on X-Plane and do that, because at least the one on X-Plane, all the buttons work on the inside. But the buttons inside this Beechcraft, none of the ones in the center console. In the center console of that Beechcraft King Air 350, that center console, that looks like that's where you control the screens from. I mean, it's got a full QWERTY keyboard, it's got, you know, FMS and nav and all these other buttons that associate with the screens. And none of those buttons work. The only button that worked on the whole center stack, the only button that worked was a menu button. And that menu button just brought up the page to enter a flight plan, nothing else. So, as cool as that plane looked, and as much as I was looking forward to using it, it's not happening. So now I'm not gonna try to touch any more screens. I'm not gonna try to touch any more screens on the way the rest of the flight tonight. I would just leave it alone. We can't do the landing I wanted to do. I was trying to do this RNAV landing. That's not available in the navigation of this plane. They don't have it available, so, you know, we're doing good tonight. Last night I couldn't play. Yo, if you got like $15 a month, you could play it on your tablet or on your phone. That's where I was playing it for the longest time. So the Xbox Game Pass, as long as you pay for the Game Pass, you can play the simulator on any mobile device. I was running it on my phone and on my iPad flawless for months before I got the Xbox. And I bought the Xbox by accident one night. It wasn't like, I didn't really plan it. There was I guess it's been about 3 months now that I've had this. So I was on Microsoft's webpage looking at all the different packages, and, you know, S and X and this and that, and I went to checkout, and just to see what the total price was, and I saw this option for PayPal where you can pay for the Xbox over four payments. It was like pay for or for pay or whatever it was. Well, I thought that's what I clicked on, and I wanted to go to the next screen to see what the payment breakdown was, to see what the 4 payments were. And I guess for some reason I clicked it wrong, or it didn't accept what I did. But the next screen said, "Thanks for your purchase." And so I wound up buying an Xbox kind of by accident. I wasn't really trying to buy it that night, but yeah, I mean, I played the simulator. Well, you got the simulator, plus you have like the hundreds of other games that they have on the Game Pass. But it's like, I think you can do it for $1 for the first 3 weeks, and then it's like $15 or $16 a month after that. But yeah, man, you can play the simulator from their cloud service, so you don't need to download anything. It just streams it right from their cloud to your mobile device, and yeah, man, you can play it right from there. Now you need a controller, so you need to make sure one of your controllers will connect to your mobile device. But as long as you can connect your controller, you can play it with no problem. Like I said, I did that for the longest time. before I got this Xbox. Probably about 6 or 7 months I was playing it on the iPad religiously. iPad and one of the tablets that I have. Yeah, but we're in this here TBM. This is probably my favorite single prop jet in the game. I really like, I mean, I like the interior, I like the liveries, I like the exhaust pipes in the front with the air intake down here on the bottom. It's got a tough look. It almost looks like it's got like, I don't know, like almost like a face, like it's got whiskers and like a mouth. But I think my favorite prop jet in the game is the Diamond Air, the DA-62. That one's a really fun jet to fly. No problems with the screens, and it has live weather built in. So if you have live environment turned on where it's live time and live weather, it will actually give you accurate weather on your screens. Yeah, it does look like a PC-12. Yeah. They have like four or five, maybe 3 or 4 PC-6 versions in this game. They have one with skis and one with floats, so you can land in the water, take off from the water. They have a PC-6 with a pretty base Garmin system, and then one with just all old school navigations. But the standard version of this game comes with lots of planes, man. When you upgrade, you do get a Cirrus SR-22 and another Cessna Longitude. Not the CJ4, that comes with the, or maybe you do get the CJ4. But you get like 3 or 4 good planes, and then when you upgrade to premium, you know, you get more airports, and then you get a few more planes. But the base game, the standard game, comes with tons of planes. And one of the best planes they have in this is the Airbus, the A310, which there's not really any in service anymore, maybe a couple. The A330 took the place of it in real life, but everything in that airplane is like you can operate. Like every single thing in that plane you can operate in the cockpit pretty much. So it's really like in depth of what you can do with it. Yeah, but they got tons of propeller planes. They have some fighter jets. They got an F-18 Hornet. Let's see here. Oh, I was going to bring up the checklist, but we can't bring it up because we don't have our I wonder if I use my mouse, if that will bring up anything. Nope, nothing. Oh well. That's really weird when you save the game and then you load it. You load your save, it won't bring up that screen. Mount Everest, I believe it's one of these over here. I'm looking at the map on Navigraph right now, and oh, maybe we can't see it from here. No, I don't think we can. All right. If we hung a right and went north right now, if we went north for probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we'd probably get there, so we could see it. All right, let me, well, I'm really hesitant to do anything with this screen here. All right, so we got 17,000 there. Look at our arrival tonight. I mean our approach. So at Guras, we need to be at 8,700 feet. And it looks like the capture point. So part of the reason I wanted to do that RNAV landing is because I believe, I don't know if this plane will do it, but when you have an opportunity to capture a localizer when you're doing an RNAV landing, a lot of planes have a glide path that they'll follow, which is very similar to a glide scope. It's not as precise, but it'll still kind of help you down, on a nice smooth descent, while the localizer is captured. So whatever, if we need to adjust everything ourselves, we'll do it ourselves. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to do something I didn't want to do in this simulator. See, I like when the planes land themselves much more than landing them myself, because I like actually just like sitting outside and looking at the plane landing. So, but might not be able to do that tonight. It's amazing to think that this was all probably underwater at some point, like hundreds of thousands of years ago. I think a lot of this was underwater, which is crazy. I was watching Joe Rogan's had a couple of these guys on over the years. I forget their names now, but they're like really big like historians and geologists, and they know a shit ton about like ancient civilizations and the Younger Dryas, and who was the first people to cross the land bridge, like where Russia and Alaska meet, and how people got to South America, and what parts of the world were underwater from the ice sheets and the polar, like the ice caps and shit melting. Like, I think one guy named was Glenn something. I don't know actually. If I gave you any name right now, I'd be lying. I don't know. I don't remember the name. All right, our transition altitude is 15,000 feet. VOR course scalloping between D10 and D7 on R202 cross check. I don't know if you need to do that with this. I'm reading some notes on the Jeppesen landing chart. I remember with the RNAV landing, you kind of needed to do like a snake almost, like a big curve while you were landing, to go around one of the, one of the mountains. All right, we're getting ready to make our turn. And we're at the bottom of our descent. Man, there's like no middle ground with this throttle. It's either like full throttle or no throttle when you use the buttons. Like, you can use A and B to slow down or speed up, but when you use those, it's like you go from 0 to like, if you go to the beginning of this video and you watch me taxiing, it does the same thing. Like, I push the B button a couple of times, it puts the plane, it activates the reversers of the engines. So I hit the A button twice to speed up a little bit, and it puts me at takeoff throttle. So, all right, so let's go down to 15.2. We're still in V path. Oh, it says Raton 10.5. So, oops, let's put in 10.5. And since everything maybe seems okay, let's go out just a little bit more. The map view I have on right now is relative to, so you can see like, so we have red, yellow, green, and black. So the black means we're more than 2,000 feet above the ground. The green means we are, so if we were flying over green right now, that means that we are between 1,000 and 2,000 feet in the air, above ground. The yellow is 100 feet to 1,000 feet above ground, and the red means pretty much dead, I guess. Red is dead, means you're 100 feet or less above ground. So I do a lot of those bush trips. They had these activities on here where, they put you in a certain part of the world. They give you a little, prop engine plane to fly, and you got to go to like a dozen different airports around the country or around the continent. And a lot of times those bush trips, they want you to fly close to the ground. So I always use that relative, topography, the relative map, so I can kind of get a good sense of exactly how far above ground I am. Oh, you can see a lot of words popping up on the side of the screen there. Jesus Christ. Actually kind of nervous to do this landing. I haven't done this landing before. I don't even know what this airport looks like. But yeah, last night I wound up deleting that video. I kept on getting this message saying that I was offline, but I could play it if I downloaded the game. However, the game was already downloaded. Like, this game takes up like almost 400 gigabytes of space on my Xbox. Between the game, all the, all the everything that I bought with the game so far. But yeah, I couldn't, now I did reset my router today. I don't know if that fixed it or not, but it was very strange last night. I kept on saying I was offline, but I checked my download speed last night. I was running at like 900 megabytes per second. So I was definitely connected to the internet last night, but for some reason, so maybe their servers were down. I don't know, but I was having issues last night. I have a lot of issues with this game on a regular basis. I was doing the Antonov 225 last week, and my camera got stuck. So I wound 45 minutes into the flight, not into the flight itself, but like setting up the airplane and all that. Camera got stuck. I wound up having to reset the whole game. Then when I reset the game and got back into the airplane, the screens weren't working again on that plane. I have to read the Discord that Flight FK, I think, or Flight SK. Anyways, Flight something K is the ones who made that Cirrus jet that I bought where the screens don't work, and I kind of laid them out on their Discord asking for a refund because I wouldn't have bought that plane if their description said, hey, there's a good chance your screens are going to go black. We kind of have a fix for it, but there's a good chance your screen, like, I wouldn't have bought the plane. And I'm sure many other people with Xbox would not buy the plane either if they knew that up front. So I laid them out on Discord a bit, and they wrote me something kind of shitty back. I'll have to read it. I saw the notification pop up while I was working today, and I just haven't gone to look at it yet. I'll look at it. Maybe we'll look at it together tomorrow night. Maybe I'll pull it up online. Like, maybe we'll do a flight tomorrow night. We'll do it like a nice 737 or a A310 or something, or a CJ4 or Cessna Longitude. Maybe we'll do something like that. But yeah, I'll have to pull that up because they kind of wrote me something shitty back. I thought it was kind of funny, actually. Like getting mad at a customer because I have a complaint that they were not truthful about their product. How dare you call us out for hiding facts about how shitty our plane is on Xbox. You got some nerve, consumer. Bitch, get bent. Fuck you and your broken ass airplane. They have another jet with the same issue, and it's some sort of Honda jet, and I mean the jet is really cool looking. Like it's a really cool. Like I was like, man, I should get this jet too. Like I was gonna buy them both, but once I had that issue with the Cirrus Vision jet, I then looked up their other plane on their website, and sure enough, it has the exact same issues with the screens. All right, so we'll go into heading mode here pretty soon, actually. I think once we get past Rattan, once we cross Rattan, we'll flip it into heading mode and then activate approach mode. We'll switch our nav source from FMS, we'll switch it to nav 1, and then we'll hit approach mode and let that localizer capture and do its thing. And all right, outside, we should probably turn on some heats for the body of the plane. So the inertial separator, prop de-ice, windshield, and we'll put the ice light on too, I guess. Since we're pretty close, you know, it's going to get a lot closer to where we'll have ice show up. I mean, it's only -7 Celsius outside. Pretty soon, you know, we could get ice on the outside of the plane there. That would be on the checklist if we could pull the checklist stuff, but you know, when you load a saved game, they don't like, you know, Microsoft doesn't like giving you those checklists anymore. All right, separator is on. Let's scroll in a little bit on the Navi. I don't know if it'll give us speed bugs for the landing. Let's see here. No speed bugs for the landing. Oh, wait, it's V approach. All right. Well, that's the only one I really care about, actually. It's just V approach, so we'll just do that. You can see our bearing indicator right here. That's for the localizer. So, you know, once we show us getting close to a course of 22, then we'll go ahead and switch on over. That'll be coming up here pretty soon. Now, I don't have a chart to look at for this arrival, so I don't really know how fast we should be going, but we're probably going a little faster than we should be. All right, let me check the barometric pressure out right now. It's 1026. So let's switch that over. I'm getting this barometric reading off of Navigraph. Well, I don't know what 15. Let's see if I can figure it out just by looking at the altitude. That's close enough. Going back to Kathmandu. I think that was a song from the 70s, I think. I think that was from, was it Cleveland's? I think Cleveland's Clearwater Revival, I think was the name of the band. I thought they had a wartime song about Kathmandu. I know Rush has a song about them smoking weed on a train and going through like India and Kathmandu and all that. I think the song is called Train to Bangkok, I think is the name of the song. At least I think the song is about smoking weed. That's kind of what I got from it. Alright, so we should be making this here turn pretty soon. Like I said, once we get to Rattan, then I'll switch nav sources, put it in heading mode, and then hit the approach button. It's right over here. Hopefully that button still works. Aboard the Thailand Express. It's actually a cool little flight. It's really cool. I mean, like, I had no idea what the ground looked like from one spot to the other in this region. It's not something I usually fly over, man. This was pretty cool looking, though. Alright, we're making our turn. So we're about 12 miles to Rattan, as you can see here. That'd be cool if you could change your livery mid-flight. I think that would be cool if they'd let you do that. Maybe when Microsoft Simulator 2024 comes out, maybe they'll let you do that. So we're going to be flying right next to a mountain that's close to 8,000 feet in the air when we do this landing. It says D9, which is distance 9 miles from the VOR. We're going to fly over a peak that's 7680. I think that's, if I remember the RNAV landing correctly, I think that's where you make that big kind of loop, like that big circle, like crescent shape around that mountain, because there's a river there too. It looks like you kind of follow that river around the mountain, like there's a little ravine, you kind of follow that around. Doesn't show that for the VOR landing, but for the RNAV landing it did. I was studying that landing. I was prepared. I studied that landing a bit yesterday and a bit tonight. I mean, a bit today. I was like all ready to do that landing, and then I get in the plane here and I can't program it. Oh, another reason I didn't fly that Beechcraft either is I couldn't enter the correct flight plan either. It wouldn't allow me to put any airways in. It wouldn't allow it just, yeah, it was just, it's disappointing, really. I mean, I was looking forward to flying that plane. Yeah, I don't see a DME setting here. Most of these planes with this Garmin and this glass cockpit, it'll have a DME availability to put a DME counter here, but I don't see that on here, so. All right, let's go ahead and put ourselves in heading mode. Let's switch to VOR. Oh, there's a DME. Never mind. Now it shows up. And let's put ourselves in approach mode. Oh, I guess we're too close for approach mode. Not close enough yet. Yep, B-track 22. Alright, so nav mode works there. Now, maybe since there's no glide scope, maybe it won't allow us to go into approach mode, so we'll just have to go down ourselves. Alright, so we have... Well, we might as well put it all the way down to the bottom, which is like 5200, so let's program in 5200 and we'll just stop as we go along. Alright, well, it's got the path. Alright, let's see if it does the right thing with the well, it should. It got top of descent right there, so we might be okay with VNav on this landing here. Alright, we're about 19 miles out, so still too far away for flaps or landing gear or any of that kind of stuff. We got this relative altitude on here on this map here. I don't know why it's not showing us closer than what we are to these mountains here. That's a little strange to me. Some landing lights. Let's zoomy the map just a little bit more. Oh, well, there we go. Now it's starting to show up green. So that means that we're less than 2,000 feet above that part of the ground. All right, let's reduce our throttle a little bit. Not that much. Really, guys? Really? You guys couldn't fix the resolution here so we could actually read what speeds on this airplane? Jeez. Good job, guys. Good job. Oh, whoa, we are 7 miles away. I believe the V approach is 85 knots. Boy, that mileage went down. I mean, mileage. That went down really quick. Like we were just at 19 miles a minute ago. Let's put our landing gear down. You know what? Let me plug in standard barometric pressure. I don't think this has the correct. I don't think this has it into consideration because I really have a hard time believing we'd be this close to the ground at 3 miles out. I've noticed that a couple of times with this simulator. Even if you have real world time and weather on, sometimes it just doesn't seem like it takes into consideration the barometric pressure in certain parts of the world. All over Europe and Asia, Australia, US, that, you know, but these kind of places, not so much. Hey, the screens are blank again. All right, I guess we'll just have to fly this ourselves. Jesus Christ. Oh, I think I see the runway. Make it. We need to go around. Well, you know, maybe we'll be okay. I don't really know. I don't really know how fast we're going. But to me, it looks like we're nosediving into this airplane, into this runway. But I guess that's what we get for not having any screens. All right, shut the engines off. That's better. Well, we made it with no screens at the last minute. And this broken ass plane. Thank you, Microsoft. Thank you for allowing such a wonderful plane to be a part of your simulator for 40 years. Yes. I love landing at an airport in the mountains that I've never landed at before, in a plane I've only landed twice. Yep, I love it. Thank you so much, Microsoft. What's going on here? Anyways, that's about it for the show tonight, man. This was stressful as hell, man. I can't wait to turn this shit off and not play this simulator until tomorrow. This shit was terrible. I mean, we did bounce a little bit on the first part of the landing, but that second touchdown was super smooth, super soft and buttery. All right, that's about it. We'll do a good one tomorrow night. We'll do like a 737 or the A310. We'll do a nice flight where the plane's not broken. That's about it for tonight. I certainly appreciate you guys stopping by. Whoever wants to check this out later, I appreciate it. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. Certainly be good to me. And make sure you click that all-important thumbs up and that subscribe button before you depart to go on another adventure on another channel. And this is Greg signing off, and we will see each other tomorrow night, my friends, over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth. See ya.